Very good morning, everybody. I'm very happy to be here with you, provided you feel the same about me. For more than 50 years, I deal with biblical archaeology. The question is, what should be the attitude of archaeology towards the Bible? What should be the attitude of biblical studies towards archaeology? There are three possible approaches. One of them would be the Bible is Word of God, and therefore everything within the Bible is as is, or it really happened and it is real history. This is a theological, fundamentalistic approach. And there is the opposite approach, saying the Bible is a compilation of different myths, stories, legends, ideological stories that came to explain existing phenomena, and it has no historical value whatsoever. So this approach, which is sometimes called the nihilistic approach or the minimalistic approach, and it has many other names, this says that the Bible is worthless in historical reconstruction. Third approach would be that the Bible is a very important source of antiquity, and like any other source, it has its faults, it has its problems. Certain texts were written for a certain purpose, and they represent a kind of an agenda. They represent a certain worldview, and it was meant to help that worldview. So the Bible has value, but one has to take it with a grain of salt. That is to say, one should be critical about it as one is concerning any other ancient written source. Now, archaeology deals with material culture. That is to say, the human civilization has two major facets. One of them is the expression of the human thought in texts, in beliefs, in literature, and in various other representations of the spiritual. On the other hand, we have another very important component, which is the table in front of which I sit, or the chair upon which I sit, or the car with the help of which I reach this place. And we have lots of objects. That is to say, the clothing which I have, the objects which I use, etc. So the human thought is expressed also in visible, tangible objects. Life is made up of a combination of both these aspects. Some people, they look down upon archaeology, thinking that studying of the texts, studying the language, studying the theology, studying the philosophy behind the text, it is superior to studying the old stones which are worthless. I don't think so. In our life today, our life is combined of material culture and spiritual culture. The material culture deals with the visible and touchable objects which are the result of the human thought expressed in objects. Those objects could be the size of a whole city, they could be the size of a building, they could be the size of sometimes microscopic objects. In any case, those both together, they represent the complexity of human life. Archaeology deals with the objects discovered in archaeological excavations. Sometimes it deals also with objects which were not originating in excavations, but they are upon the shelves in showcases in museums, or upon the shelves of antiquities collectors, or upon the shelves of antiquities dealers. But altogether, all these objects, they testify about the people who made them and the people who used them, and they are talkative. One has only to press them a little bit, and then the whole story reveals itself. I'll bring you some examples how archaeology can enhance biblical studies, and how can it contribute towards understanding of the biblical text.